The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Come on, intro.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, because you could be watching this at any time of the day. It is your fave duo, me, Ryan Z, and
Dwayne Savvy, Provincial Training Specialist of the Networks program. You can follow us at thenetworks.apla. If you have some friends who have some friends who have some friends who need to get an HIV test, hit us up. I could do a finger prick, or Ryan can do.
I could do my swab and chill, or we can do that at home. You can do it in the comfort of your home. Just
call us up. Swab and chill, though. Okay, look, you're gonna have to come see me in person for the finger prick, and I promise you, it's gonna be a good time.
Well, look, if you just call me or text me, you can just text me, to be honest.
Ooh,
and
you can text me too.
Okay? And just tell us, like, I want an at-home HIV test. And I'll be like, okay, got you. Send it to you and it's done. And if you are my demographic, which is an 18 to 39-year-old Black men, you get an incentive. Okay, you get $25. Then if you get STI testing in our clinic here, you get an additional $25. Then if you get on our VIP list to tell us that you're getting tested every 3 months, you get another $25. That's $75.
How are they gonna remember all of that?
I'm gonna just keep telling them every time.
Oh, okay. Y'all don't have like a checklist or something?
We do have a checklist. Healthy Him checklist.
Right.
It's the Healthy Him checklist. But you get HIV testing, you get STI testing, and then once you're on the VIP list, it's like boom, $75.
We got y'all.
Easily.
Okay. And then you could still come see me and get your finger pricked.
That part. You could do both. You can honestly do both.
You could.
You can.
And if you like us and you want to see more of us, we are also taking some volunteers for our community advisory board and our peer health educators. Okay.
And as you saw last week, we had our guest, Kaylin, here. He is the Linkage to Care coordinator. Well, not coordinator, Linkage to Care person, essentially. He is a specialist who can link all those who are positive into care. So if you are positive and you know your status and you're like, I am not in care or haven't been in care in a while, he's there. And we have that. We can link you to him and he can link you to who you need to be with. So yeah, that's that. What else going on? Out Here Clinic is now open. Okay, yes, and let's not forget, I'm so sorry. Let's not forget Pyro Media Network. Come on. APLA Health, who we are under, and CDC, who gives us the hunty.
Okay.
And that's that. I love this black silky silk.
Yes. Okay, look, we got a budget.
Okay, I keep forgetting that we are updated now. We got this whole
we brought it with us. Okay.
We did. We shook the table a little bit, and everything's just different. Everything's just so different. So I'm trying to get used to the new little boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I like this clearness of us as well because I'm like, I wipe the camera off, y'all, and now we look real good. We look great. But yeah, also
these teeth are all mine.
I'm screaming. As you know as well, we all work with PrEP and PEP. So if you need to get PrEP and you want to get on PrEP and you just like, how do I get on PrEP? Hit one of us up. You can just come to one of our social medias or come to the clinic here or come to the education center. Just come and yeah.
And even if you're not ready to sign up, if you just have some questions, again, you can call or text us and we'll answer any questions that you may have, any reservations, any other questions that we cannot answer, we will lead you to our provider, okay?
And if you feel like you have been exposed to HIV, you have 72 hours to get PEP from us as well. We do both post-exposure prophylaxis. I believe that's what it is, correct? Yes, it is. I want to make sure I said it right. Because my accent.
It's heavy, baby. It's heavy. But it's only with the R's and the OPs, okay?
Ciao. And anyway, you want to get into what's on Tuesdays? What be happening on Tuesdays?
What do be happening on Tuesdays? So on Tuesdays, I have my hip hop class. and it's a mixed levels. This week was a little challenging, okay, but I'm going to dial it back. This is just the song choice. It moved my spirit. But that is from 6:30 to 8. It was from 5:30 to 7, but we are moving the time back for your convenience. Okay, so come through.
Okay, and then on Thursday, we got our BQT, our Black Queer Talk. So we talk about sex, love, relationships, and everything.
Yo, that's where all the tea gets spilled, y'all.
Okay, it is. This is where you find out what's going on with us.
Okay,
like,
offline.
This is where you really get to know all of us. Okay. But for the most part, we give you the tea here. But, in person, it's a whole different
story. Because we have to have a filter, okay? Because we are funded, okay?
But yeah, so this week, we're talking about kinks and sex education. And we're having, someone who, has interest in, well, not interest, but who is a leather master in a sense.
A connoisseur.
Yes. They taught many, many great things, and it was very fun.
They did. They tied some of us up. Okay, some of us got our first flogging experience. Some of us, it wasn't our first flogging experience, but it was still great.
But some people, they learned that they had a leather fetish. From what I was told.
Oh, is that what you learned?
Yes, I learned that on my ride home. And that's just that.
I know that's right. Okay.
Okay, but today we talking about. Well, first off, let me see what's going on. How you feeling today?
I mean, I'm good. Don't I look good?
Let's do a little check-in. A little temperature check-in.
Okay,
how are you feeling today?
I'm good. I look good. I feel good. I got my wig on today because I didn't do my hair.
Oh, I do too.
Okay, look. Okay. But other than that, I'm good. How are you?
I don't know. This is like the second consecutive week where I'm feeling like real Gemini. Like, it's not as Gemini as last week, you guys. Look. But I'm still feeling like, I don't know, my emotions is tied to everything. Like, if my emotions are just one place, everything is just off the radar for me. It's like I can't do anything because my emotions are here. But look, I'm here to work. I'm here to do this, and I'm here for y'all. So let's get into it.
Well, yeah, we definitely can't tell. So hey.
Okay. Now today, y'all, I don't have my bell, but it's okay because I'm a ding 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 for y'all right now. So ding 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 ding. Let's get into today's topic. We is talking about the straight agenda, y'all. The main topic of today.
Ooh,
I love this.
People will say it's fake news.
The straight agenda. Okay. Now, the straight agenda is, when they say we have to perpetrate this for us Black queer men, we have to perpetrate this straightness and we have to be masculine, this hyper masculinity, and then causing internalized homophobia and all the things in between. I was about to say, I'm glad there's a warning sign because I was about to say something real foul.
I mean,
but anyway, all the things in between. All the things in between. But like how people talk about the gay agenda. People say like the gay agenda with Lil Nas. Him doing all this gay shit, essentially, because he's trying to turn kids gay and he's trying to turn everybody gay and all the straight men out there gay. And
but we got all the Disney princesses with princes. Kiss. They got a kiss host to wake up. Okay, look, they got a kiss host to get rid of the point. Like everybody got to get kissed. And it's always this like, oh, we shouldn't be showing sexuality to our kids at such a young age. Okay, but what do you think? What do you think they're thinking when, Cinderella is kissing Prince Charming or, Sleeping Beauty pricked her finger and now all of a sudden she's like, ah! And she has to get waken up by some prince.
I cannot.
And why is it always...
Keep talking.
It's the straight agenda comes with a lot of homophobia, comes with a lot of like anti-feministic, like, ooh, I just made up a word. Okay. But like anti-feminism, like, things, and it's a lot, and we're gonna get into it. How
do you think it affects Black queer men?
I feel like it makes us hate ourselves. I feel like it teaches us that our urges are not normal because it's not normalized. It's not portrayed on TV. It's not portrayed in books like that, or not the books that are given to kids or like teenagers growing up. It's definitely not taught in school. It's frowned upon in religion. Like it's so many things. And so when you're growing up as a queer Black man and you're like having these urges like, ooh, like, LaToya look cute, but Will over there is looking mighty scrumptious. Okay. Like I want me some Will over there.
Okay. But my thing is let's define queer for those who do not know. Let's get to the basics because I feel like we never really defined it for you guys.
Y'all don't know what queer is?
And the thing is, we always talk about, you know, black gay men.
For real?
And it's like, yes, we are black gay men, but there are black queer men out there as well. So we all identify under the umbrella. So for those who don't know, queer is essentially someone who identifies with something under the LGBT spectrum, considering that you're not just gay, but you could be that black gay man, no, not that black gay man, the black man who is dating a non-binary individual, the black man who's dating a trans individual. Like, he's still heterosexual, or he is still, you know, something of his sexuality, but he's still queer because he's with someone who is under the umbrella of LGBTQ. So that puts him under the umbrella of LGBTQ, but he's not gay, because gay is strictly saying he only messes with men, and that's not the case.
Yeah, and you know, it's like for our fluid folks out there who don't really care like who you are or how you identify gender-wise, you know, it's just like, I like sex.
That part. That part.
You know, I like human beings. You know, for some of people, it's like, I like the connection. You know, if you can turn my brain on, you can turn the rest of my body on. Okay? And that is what the queer.
Is he trying to make a cue? That looks like you're trying to stick a woo.
I mean, hey, I might.
I cannot.
No, yeah, that's what the queer is for.
Yes, that's what the queer is for. So let's talk about it. How does femininity invalidate us? How does invalidate one being a cis man?
Bitch, what?
How does femininity, or does femininity, I'm sorry.
Okay, right.
Does femininity invalidate you being a cis man?
You want to try that one more time?
No. Does femininity invalidate you being a cis man? I said what I said.
To society, it might, but for me, no. And I feel like people need to understand that femininity is an energy, and so is masculinity. And regardless of your gender, we all carry these two energies. And so how you identify gender-wise is how you identify gender-wise. That does not mean that you will just ex-nay all of your feminine traits or all of your masculine traits. Like, there will still be some underlying energy under there that will still, you know, resonate with you. So I think the sooner people accept that, the better. But what do you think? Do you feel like femininity invalidates you being a cis man?
I feel like it doesn't. One thing I've learned about me and I've accepted about myself, I've finally come into my own femininity. I feel like I primarily exude feminine energy, which is why I'm always attracting a masculine ass man. And I love that because it's like, okay, you know, I love the masculine energy, but too much masculinity is like, bruh, like, you doing a lot.
Too much masculinity,
or hyper masculinity. I don't like that. Or no, too much masculinity, because I don't want no one, you know, I don't want all of that. I don't want all of that. I want you to be in tune with your femininity. I want you to cry on my shoulder. I want you to be like, I just need a hug. Be in tune with your emotions. Like, you know, I don't want all that masculinity. Like, I want it, but I don't want all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm definitely seeing it. The word of this episode is emotions. Okay?
It's just emotions taking us over, caught up in sorrow, lost in a song. Okay, no, but really though,
I think that is so interesting that you keep bringing up emotions, because I feel like to identify, like, to be a quote unquote man, like a manly man in America is to denounce all of your emotions.
I'm screaming.
Would you agree?
I do. We're taught, especially in the Black community, which is essentially Black women raising their Black queer child, telling them, like, you can't be crying, you can't be doing this. Because recently, what was that situation that happened? I think it was in Atlanta. The boy was gay and they shaved his head and they did the
that was a couple of months ago. But yeah.
But it was just like they was doing so much, and that's why they all went to jail. Because, like, what the fuck? Like, what was that about? Like, you traumatized that little boy because, like, and that's just Black families. Well, not all Black families.
Not all Black families.
But that's some toxic ass Black families. Okay, a lot of toxic ass Black families be doing that, and that's why people are so scared to come out. That's why people are so scared to be like, you know what, I do like men, and I may like women too, but like, I'm not gonna tell nobody.
But I feel like that goes back to like what we briefly touched on in our last episode with Marty. Shout out to you, Marty.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome. I feel like it leads to it's because of like, you know, back in the day and during slavery, like mothers would lose their sons and like, you know, buck breaking and all of those things. So there's like a fear of like, I feel like that fear has been passed down through generations to now. If you show that you are like homosexual or that you are interested in men or that you even have just the slightest bit of femininity, you don't even have to be gay. Like, even if you just have the slightest bit of femininity, it's like it's a threat and it's scary because it feels like, especially for Black women who are so little protected as it is, they feel like their only protector is it can't protect them anymore because their femininity or that homosexuality is equated to like weakness or to be broken or to be, you know, easily overtaken or overpowered.
I feel that. I agree. What do you feel some heteronormatives that Black queer men typically follow?
Child, that whole fucking the trade mentality. How about that?
You think so? But there are some genuine masculine gay men.
I mean, and there are, but even in that, there's still some toxic masculinity in there as well. It's like dating a white man, you know? Like, of course, there are some really great white people in the world. However, there's always that underlying bit. There's still that underlying bit of ignorance that is just like always, well, not always present, but shows its ugly head every now and again. And I feel that same thing applies to, you know, our naturally masculine gay men.
They have a lot of naturally masculine gay men, but then there are those who like to perpetrate a certain appearance because they know that's what people are going to be turned on by.
Yeah.
And that's when you can, but typically you can tell when it's like not authentic. And that's when you turn people off because it's like, I know you're not really about that life. Like, I know you're not really about like this, you know, yeah, what's up? Like, you know, like, and don't act like you are. Like, and that's okay. Like, don't act like you are. And it's weird when people do that because I'm kind of like when people be like, okay, let me not, I'm about to perpetrate a whole stereotype, but let me not do that because we are progressive over here. So
I felt it coming too. I felt it coming with what she was about to say. But what I would say to that is I feel like we're partially to blame, you know, to quote hotels. Because even it, like, say for instance, because I've experienced some naturally masculine men too who are still in touch with their feminine side. Because you know, back in my day before I was in my relationship, I was the top of the tops. Okay. And so I've like dated and had relations with some very like masculine bottoms, and it's just like they feel, or even just masculine like tops that have their femininity side too, because you know, top on top action is okay as well. There are other things besides penetrative sex.
Okay, hello.
Okay,
we talked about it.
But yeah, I say all that to say like some masculine men don't even feel like they can show their feminine side because then, you know, we get people saying like basically what you just said, like, oh, you're perpetrating, or like, oh, you're not really like a manly man that I thought you were, like you were just pretending for me. And it's like, why do people have to pretend? Like, why can't people just be able to go in and out of their energies freely without somebody being like, oh, that's just fake?
It's the duality of it. We don't realize, like, people try to be like, okay, you have to be this one thing. Like, you don't have to be this one thing. We are gay men. That's it. We never said like we're gay men who only do this. Like, no, we can do a lot of fucking things. Okay. Exactly. There's a lot of things that can be done. Okay. But it's like, if you're a strict bottom, or if you're a strict top, or if you're a strict you whatever, personality wise or sexual preference, whatever, it's just like, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be that femme top. You can be that mass bottom. You could be both. You can wear heels and still be like, oh yeah, I top. You'd be like, okay, period.
It's me. Why are you talking about
period? And then you could wear your sweatpants, your do-rag, and your motherfucking, ooh, child, he's getting vulgar today. Or your boots, you know, your little Chucks or whatever, your Timbs. And you could be like, nah, I want a bottom for real. Like, you know, like for real. And I'm like, all right, period. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. That's it. And that's how I feel about it.
I mean, and honestly, I'm the type of person that likes to flow in and out of the energy. It just all depends. Like, because I love the shock value in the factor of like being able to comfortably go in and out of your masculinity. Because me, myself, I feel like I'm a naturally like, I don't know, it's like a balance for me because I do feel like effeminate, like it's in the sense of like I use big facial expressions and I use my hands and you know, I say like okay, and like and I'm not afraid to use my higher register in my voice. However, you know, if I wanted to, you know, just really switch it up really quick and just talk to you on this level and really, you know, get more intense, look into your eye a little bit and just really get into who you are as a person, I could do that. But, you know, it's just like it's a fun time, and I feel like the more that people really let themselves go in and out of that flow, the happier they'll be. Because right now, a lot of people are just so angry, so angry at the films.
That is very true. That is very true. So, where does hypermasculinity come into play in the Black gay community or Black queer community? I'm sorry.
I don't know. You want to take that one? Because, like,
I would say for our community specifically, it comes with what we just talked about mostly, but then also it comes in like, okay, if I know like they gonna want me to top or they gonna look at me this way, I gotta appear and be like, okay, yeah, I'm strong, you know, I'm hard for real. Like I got all of this going on. Like
I'm definitely guilty of that.
You said what?
I said I'm definitely guilty of that.
And it's like you don't have to do that. Like you could literally.
But don't you?
And that's what's sad. Why do we have to do it? Why do we feel that is a thing we have to do?
But well, see, I feel like that's an episode. That's a conversation for another episode because I feel like that's a part of the verse agenda, like where there's a lot of verses who just want everybody to be verse, and so it's like not everybody wants to be verse. And let me correct that. Not everybody wants to be verse for like random people or for like hookup culture. Yeah. You know, I'll say that. So you know, sometimes like especially like in my experience, you know, I love to shake a little leg, shake a little booty, okay? But I don't want people walking up on me trying to like grind and do all that extra like, you know, that humping thing that they be doing that they think is dancing. Like I don't want none of that. Like sometimes I just want to go in there and get, you know, down in the valley, like where the girls get naked. Like sometimes I just want to be like and then call it a day. Like dang, then I'm gonna go home and break a back or two. Like period. So it's hard. It's hard to you know, be able to express yourself in a community that just feels as though you have to be one or the other. And if you're not, it's a problem. Or you're not real.
I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Why is it something that we have to do? Like, we have to get to the bottom of this. Why is it something? Because everyone's so drawn into masculinity and so drawn into that. And that's
because it's sexy.
And that's what perpetrates.
I ain't gonna lie. It's hot.
It is, but it's perpetrating exactly what the straight people say. Like, they be like, oh, so who's the girl? Who's the boy? We both boys. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, one of my cousins definitely asked me that.
And that's like, child.
Excuse me.
But it's like, we're both men. Okay, we are both taking and receiving.
Ask most a better question. Just most be like, who's the domestic one? You know, like who? Ask them.
Yeah, but you're saying the same fucking thing in another words.
Them, no, but not necessarily because even if you know, I'm saying like there again, there are some very like masculine men who have very like better cleaning standards than some of these bottoms. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's just what I'm saying. Like ask something that doesn't necessarily have to do with like, you know, gender norms.
Okay.
You know, because asking who's the boy and who's the girl, like that doesn't make sense.
But I also feel like when you're asking who's the domestic one, you're asking like who's basically to stay home, who's the mom. Like that's what's given.
I mean,
that's still what it's given.
And that could be a thing too. But also, it's like, what do you really want to know when asking these questions?
And that's why y'all need to ask the real question.
Mm-hmm, y'all want to know who's the top and who's the bottom. That's what y'all really want to know. Who's taking that dick?
Exactly. That's what they want to know. They know.
And why do you want to know?
They nosy. People be so caught into gay people's lives and want to know what's going on with us. But like, what's going on with y'all? What y'all doing?
Who you eating ass?
What are y'all doing?
Are you eating ass?
Right.
Because I know Janae is.
Oh,
and rightfully so, because Big Sean got a fatty.
You think she is? I don't think she is.
I know she is.
I don't know. My sister's not doing that.
Yes, she is. She is. She is going from that booty hole up that gooch to that dick. Okay, let me tell you.
But that's the thing. Also, I be thinking about like straight couples like that sometimes too, because I'm like, okay, they be spicing it up.
And do
think about the ones who be getting pegged. And for those who don't know what pegging is, it's when the female puts on a penis and she fucks her man in the ass. Her heterosexual man, obviously, in the ass. And this, because our G-spot is in the ass. Like, that's what I don't understand. Most men don't realize. Prostate. The prostate is in the ass. The G-spot is in the ass. You know? It's back there. And that's why men are so, like, weird with stuff like that. But it's like, that's how you get pleasure the best and the most. Like, yeah, you can have sex with her and, you know, fuck her. But at the end of the day,
I could do without like my prostate being stimulated, to be honest.
No, I need it.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form.
A fetish.
well, I guess so, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did learn that. A kink is apparently, let's talk about it real quick.
No, we can talk about it on our next episode with
you
our
think
guests.
So? Oh, you're right. Let's save it for y'all. I'm not going to even.
Exactly.
Zip. You're right. We're going to hold that off. But what is, or how is internalized homophobia becoming such a subconscious epidemic for us?
I mean, it all starts. It starts with the judgment. It definitely starts with the judgment. It starts with the like, all of the it starts with the bottom shaming. Oh, girl, she a whole bottom. It starts with the whole like not allowing. And what's wrong with being a bottom? Like,
I take dick. The fuck?
Without bottoms, like, what are we doing? We're not having sex. What do we do? I mean, we're not penetrative, like, right? And most of y'all, I know me. I need that. So, like, exactly. Y'all need to stop stop all the bottom shaming. I think it starts there. It starts with like, well, America hates women as a whole, and femininity is directly coming from women, and therefore, like, anybody who I feel like exhibits feminine like things or like womanly things, you're automatically like hate target number one.
You think so?
Yeah, like,
but see, I feel like it gets us like. It's a good thing and a bad thing. For me, like I said, I have a lot of feminine energy. Mm-hmm. So, like, say I get pulled over. Yes, I'm black first. I'm scared as hell. But as soon as they realize I'm a feminine gay man, they leave me the fuck alone. They be like, "Oh, sir, just to slow down next time." I'm like, "All right, I like," and it gets me the fuck out of it. Had I be a more masculine black man,
you really be pulling the gay card.
I do, and I'm not gonna lie about it. And it helps me, and that's part of, I guess, the straight agenda, or it's not really not the straight agenda. But it's the reverse straight agenda.
No, it's definitely a part of the straight agenda.
It's the reverse straight agenda. No, I'm not acting masculine.
But
for
straight,
nobody.
But straight men also like they also do it. Like, and they use it. Straight men use homosexuality when it's convenient. They use it for comedy. All these comedians getting up in drag. Like,
exactly.
They use it for a bunch of things. Like, to be honest, there we go.
Exactly. I agree, but my thing is, look, like I said, I use what I got. And for me, it's like, I know my femininity is going to save me, and I know it's going to keep me in a safe space. And that's what's sad, because at the end of the day, we're black men before anything. Like, we're black before we are gay or queer in any way. Oh, bars. He be having bars. We're black before we gay and queer in any way. So the thing is, it's like, I know my femininity is going to get me out of this. I'm going to be good. Had I been a more masculine black man,
you would have been fine.
Do we know that in society today?
I don't queer out for the police.
No, my thing is, look.
Call the police. I'll be right here. Just like this.
Our Medea. But our more masculine counterparts, whether they are straight or they are gay or queer anyway, I just keep having the bars, but or queer in any way.
Focus.
It's the fact that they are black first. And then I think for me, I just think police officers, they be feeling like, this masculinity is scaring me. Like, I don't know, I'm scared. Do your fucking job. Like, that's what you need to do. You need to,
And on that note,
okay.
This is the Straight Agenda. We are going to take a quick moment to reconvene. Yes. Ryan needs to drink some water and maybe fan her down. And we will see y'all after this commercial break.
Are you in need of a quick and easy way to know your HIV status? Swab and Chill is a discreet way to learn your status in the comfort of your own home. The process gives you results in 20 minutes. Swab the upper gums, swab the lower gums, and voila! Simply follow the colorful step-by-step instructions located inside the kit. Or call APLA and we can assist you virtually. In addition, all kits include condoms and lube for that penetrative fun. For our trans clients, we have Swab and Chill Plus, a customizable kit for trans-specific needs. And we haven't forgotten about COVID either. All kits include personal protection gear, like face masks, comfortable yet stylish. A personal touch tool for dealing with those germ-infested handles and ATM keypads. Wet wipes for those little messes that need cleaning up. Also, keep that summer body protected with Swab and Chill sunscreen. And don't forget about our fanny packs for those quick trips to the store. All this can be yours. Simply call Swab and Chill at 323-329-9713 or email us at swabandchill@apla.org. We would love for you to be part of our Swab and Chill family.
Come swab and chill with us!
We are back. I got my bell, y'all. I got my bell. So we are back, y'all. And I have calmed down. I have, rejuvenated myself.
You woosah a little bit?
Yes, I did. I rejuvenated myself because when I started thinking about the police and, black people and then, people, the straight agenda, essentially, I be having,
made your coochie tight.
I cannot. I just get a little worked up, but I'm back and we are here to talk about, the straight agenda even more.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it. Why do we feel black queer men are expected to come out as opposed to their straight counterparts?
Because everybody expects it to be gay. I mean, everybody expects it to be straight.
You think so?
All we're promoting is straight. Like, this is literally what the straight agenda is about. Like, all we're promoting is heterosexual relationships, heterosexual connections, all the hetero, cis hetero, literally. Everything. And it's like, it's so unfair because it's like, okay, so what about our trans brothers and sisters? Okay. Because they're with the straight agenda as well. For some of them, not all of them, but some of them, like they're with the straight agenda as well. Like there are our trans feminine sisters who want, to be with a man, and want to live that life, and that's okay too. But for some reason, even if that happens, it's still kind of like, oh, it's looked at as like not real or not as genuine as a cishet male and a cishet female. And it's like, why? Like, I thought the whole purpose was just to promote like men being with women, right? So now what's the problem?
I feel that. And I think that's what kind of even perpetrates the straight agenda. I've been using perpetrates a lot, but I like that word, perpetrates. So I feel like that perpetrates the straight agenda more because it's like we always see straight couples. Like when we finally see gay stuff, everybody's like, oh, that's the gay agenda. You're trying to turn our kids gay. You're trying to do this. But it's like, y'all have literally showed us nothing but straightness as we've grown up. And that's what y'all want us to do. But not everybody is like that. And that's the thing now, even like when I was growing up, I always would see straight couples. And I really didn't. Personally, I didn't because 95% of my family is gay, y'all. So it was just like, they already knew when I was like, bitch. Right. They knew when I was like 4 years old, they was like, he's gay. He was voguing down. Okay? I was voguing, child.
You were voguing?
Voguing at 4.
Oh, wow.
But my thing was my mother.
I love that.
But I feel like we never got to relate to anything. And it's like we have kids out here who are so different. We have the non-binary. We have the trans. We have the various types of queer, the lesbians, everything. So it's like, why can't we see ourselves on television? That's why everyone, especially the Black community specifically, we want to see ourselves in television more, in movies and everything else, because it's like we don't get that. So it's great to finally see our sexuality as well as our race, because it's like we see our race. Now can we see our sexuality? Can we see more Black queer movies? Like we haven't had anything real since like Noah's Ark. And if y'all know, y'all know. But like, we honestly haven't had anything since Noah's Ark. Like the most recent thing I feel like can kind of come is like Pose.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, we also
close.
had like Love at First Night.
Love at First what?
You know The Boys, but you don't know Love at First Night.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. The Boys is a web series. Like, yes, I respect my web series. I love it.
Noah's Ark started off as a web series.
It did, but I'm talking about like mainstream. Like, cause yes, everything we do is on freaking YouTube or something. Like everything has to be underground. Why does it have to be like that?
Not underground, but homemade, like made to be genuine and authentic, made by us for us.
Exactly, and I feel that. But like just how Lil Nas is mainstream, why can't we have more of that, but just not the music? But like, can we get movies that are mainstream?
Because some of us don't want to compromise our integrity to get our foot in the door first before we come out.
Let's talk about it. I feel that. Period.
And that's true. And that's why we don't get the opportunities that everybody else gets. We don't always have a childhood friend who's famous and a dad who's willing to back us on our song. You know, we don't always get that. We don't have those opportunities. And that's the other thing too. It's like the intersectionality between like homosexuality and blackness is just so tight knit that you think that black people would get it, but we don't. And that's
not at all.
We're getting there, but it's still like
it's a little struggle. It's definitely a little struggle. And to dive deeper on that, I feel like when we do finally get something that is for us, or it may not even be made by us.
Why do you say it like that?
Because they say it's for us, but it's not really for us. It's really for them, for this
demographic.
Yes, and it's like the white people. Like they had that the Netflix little movie with the little Christmas. He had his black best friend and they fell in love, and it was like Christmas, and it was like, oh, okay. It was cute. He was very handsome. But it was like that happens. It's always gotta be something, whether it's interracial or it's like strictly making us, the black queer person in the movie, extra feminine, or if we are masculine, it's with another counterpart that is not of our own, if that makes sense. So it's like, why can't we just have something for us? Like, we don't have that. So that's our issue. You fumbling a lot right now. What's going on? So yeah, we don't have anything for us, and that's our issue. Since Noah's Ark, right now we have probably, I guess, Legendary would be considered kind of, We had Pose, but they canceled that. Everything that we get is canceled. And that's what is the issue. Like, we
canceled
get something.
Or discontinued.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, okay, so now we have to go to the YouTube series and watch these YouTube series that are reflective of us and more authentic. But it's like, why can't we be on television? Like, we want to see ourselves in movies, television, everything. And even when you do see a black queer man on television, they're playing a straight role, which is great. Diversity and, multifaceted.
Yeah, don't box me in.
Exactly. Don't box me in at all. But can you please give us something for us, by us?
But let's talk about that real quick, because you said that we as queer folks, black queer folks, mm-hmm. black queer men, and black queer actors can go in and play cishet roles, mm-hmm. correct? Mm-hmm. Same thing for our trans brothers and sisters who are out here. Shout out to King of Mayan Star. You did that thing. Mm-hmm. Baby, you was very entertaining and I loved it.
I loved it. My favorite show. I don't know why.
And we're expected to be comfortable with that. We're expected to play like our cishet counterparts with ease and not have to feel any type of way about it. But when someone of the cishet world is asked to step into the homosexual, like a homosexual role, or like potentially has to be like a stand-in for like a homosexual scene, like all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, like he says he's straight, but he's kissing a man on this scene or something like that. It's some big to do,
Right.
And it's like, why is that?
We don't know why is that, but I'm glad you brought that up, because let's get into that. So for me, I brought it to my co-host, y'all, and I was like, let's talk about this. Carmen, could you put this picture, please? The pictures, bring them in, please. I want to talk about Danny Glover and Harry Belafonte. And for those who don't know, if you're a youngin, You don't know that Danny Glover and Harry Belafonte are well-known heterosexual men in this industry. Well, older as well.
That don't look
they are
heterosexual
older
to me.
And heterosexual. Now, this to me, that picture y'all just seen, this is giving very much so. This is my friend. And we are from a different generation. And we are not living in. We are not living into your heteronormative. We are not living into your heteronormative. We are not living into your heteronormativity. Okay. They are saying we are friends. I love him, and I will kiss him. And y'all not gonna call us gay because if y'all do, I don't give a. I don't give a. They don't care, and that's what I love about the older generation. I feel like I'm an old spirit at heart.
And you know why they don't care?
Child.
Because they're probably gay.
Look. Everybody knows Harry Belafonte and Danny Glover are very heterosexual. And the thing is, everybody also knows the older generation.
So they're just gay for each other, is what you're saying.
No. The older generation.
No, I am not kissing my friend on the mouth, especially not like that.
That's the problem.
What do you mean?
I'm glad you brought it up.
What?
That's the problem. Today's society is so caught in societal views and everything. It's the fact that they feel like, oh, boundaries. Oh, that's gay.
No, because
that's society perpetrating that.
No, it's not.
If y'all remember, pause moment. If y'all remember in the Roman times, child, Roman times, child, this is mine. It is a yes. Okay. It's a yes. Sweetie, look, in the Roman times, in the Greek times, before the Bible was written and all of that, same sex, essentially, and marriage and all of that was a thing. It was normalized. It was not even like questioned because it was like, oh, them two guys have sex, cool.
That's
two girls are having sex, cool. It wasn't.
It is. Oh, bisexual.
Somebody wrote the Bible. Somebody wrote the Bible and was like, look, this is gay. We're going to say this is gay. You're not supposed to have sex with the same person. You have the same penis or y'all have the same genitals.
Okay, no, ain't nobody condemning that, but how are you trying to correlate all of this to them two older men, like holding his face, holding his face.
Yes, but my thing is
on the mouth.
You're annoying. My thing is, like I said, the older generation is different than us. Like, and that's why I came with my statistics today.
So, I bet you did. But let me just say this because I understand showing your friend affection, okay? But what we not gonna act like is like we just kissing our friends in the mouth, okay? Look, I kiss my friends on the cheek, on the other cheek, on the forehead, like where I hug them real tight, all of that good stuff. So the affection is there. But what we not gonna do is act like kissing on the mouth is friendly, platonic friendly behavior.
But these are two well-known straight men in the industry.
As far as we know, because they're celebrities. Look at that.
I love that. That's friends.
Because the other one, he got a whole bottom lip in his mouth. Danny Glover got Harry Belafonte. Bam! Look at it. That's a whole.
You get it's for the wow factor as well, correct?
What wow?
It's for the wow factor. People to be like, oh my God, are they gay? Oh my God, that's gay. They don't give a. I'm like, they don't care. I wish I had a bleep moment. They don't give a. They don't care, and that's the thing. We care so much because society made us care. Society made us say
nobody can confirm that Harry Belafonte is sucking that dick. Okay.
Anyway, what is gay? What is gay? Who said gay? Who said gay first?
Are you asking for the actual definition, or are you asking like for the sexuality?
I'm asking in general, like really, what is gay? Because sexuality, one, is a spectrum, and two, it never really came from us, the actual gay people. It came from society to be like, oh, they're gay. It's like that's not gay. Kissing a man is not gay to me. Like I feel like that's not gay. I feel like we as a society, especially in today's society, have like made these different thoughts, and every time comes on to our kids, we tell these kids, two men being together or doing something intimate, that's not right. It's gay. It's not supposed to happen. Why can't I kiss my friend
on the mouth?
I can kiss them on the mouth.
On the mouth?
Yes.
No.
I don't think that's an issue.
We're not kissing on the mouth, Ryan. That's not happening.
No, because of society, societal views, society, and boundaries as well. And people can have partners and be like, I don't like that. In society, people don't want to do that. But I feel like, again, they are older. They're from an older generation. I know a lot of my older elders, that are in my family, they do that.
They're not kissing each other on the mouth.
They do that. Yes, they do.
They're kissing each other, but you just look, and we're not even gonna go there because you just said 90% of your family is
like
gay.
I said,
so that's not even like a really good example.
But they're all women. I'm talking about the men do it as well. My heterosexual men in my family do it as well.
They kiss people on the mouth?
Yes.
You ever asked about their sexual experience?
I do know my family's sexual experience, but we're not gonna get into that right now. That's not for this. But I do know gay people make up less than 10% of the population. When the people took a little, they look into a little poll with the people who do the census, whatever, 4.5% was in 2017. It has went up to 5.6% in 2021. Okay, and that's still very, very low. That's very, very low.
Openly gay.
Exactly, and there's probably a lot of DLs out there that aren't being accounted for. Which is very true. But I still feel like less than 10%, honestly. So this whole gay agenda, I don't think it's real. So the straight agenda, it's real because that's why we have DL culture, like because of the straight agenda. They don't want to appear to be this feminine or any type of gay or anything because people affiliate gay with femininity and then it goes to a whole different situation. But that's another thing for another day. Why do you feel coming out, getting back to the subject, has become so normalized? Has it become normalized? That's a good question, actually.
I mean, we got a day for it, so I guess.
You think so?
There's literally National Coming Out Day.
Oh, that is true. That is true. We do have a day. I bet you said we got something else. But yeah, we have a day for it. I feel like, again, I didn't come out. Did you come out?
I came out twice.
Oh, okay. How was that?
The first time was fine. The second time was a little dramatic and traumatic. But other than that, I mean, I didn't get disowned or put out on the street, so we good.
That's true. My thing is just like when straight people don't have to come out. That's annoying because like you don't have to be like, oh yeah, mom, I'm sorry, I'm straight. Like, and the thing is, why do we have to do it in any way? Because now people don't really do it as much.
You know why I think people have to come out? Because like people are always promoting the straight agenda. Like, oh, do you have a girlfriend? Like I remember hearing that all the time growing up. Like, oh, is that your little girlfriend? And it's like, why is there never an alternate? Like, what about a boyfriend? Like, is that your little girlfriend? Oh, is that?
I'm gonna just say when I have a child, I'm like, do you like anybody? Anybody? Because that could be anybody. You can like whoever you want. They could be a non-binary person, like a trans person, because they're trans kids. They're non-binary kids.
I mean, yes, but I feel like it's important to like, and even in the trans kids, it's still either like woman.
I feel that
or man. Unless they're non-binary, but even if they're non-binary, chances are they're probably, I mean, that's still part of the trans community, but we're still learning about how deep that diaspora goes. So
yeah, I agree.
I'm not even going to touch on that.
But my thing is with that, that's also how I feel about this comes with the straight agenda as well. How I feel about gender reveals. Like gender reveals, I'm like, can we just do like a sex reveal? Because you don't really know what gender they want to identify as. Like, can we do a sex reveal? Yes, it's a baby. I get it's a baby. Like, but y'all automatically being like blue for a boy or pink for a girl. It's like, what if that girl come out like, I don't like pink. I don't want pink. Don't identify me with pink. Like, why did we do that? And
okay, well, when they get there, they can do that.
That's true as well. But
for now, I'm definitely gonna be like, "Yep, I'm having a boy. Thank you so much."
Yes, you can have a boy. But let's say sex reveal, not gender reveal. It's just the wording for me. That's all. But also with that, the history of the colors, people don't know. But like blue used to actually be for women, and pink was for girls. I mean, pink was for boys. So it was flipped. If we look at the history of that, that's a real thing, guys. But I think over time, again, society always doing some shit. Society said, blue needs to be for guys. I think that looks more masculine. And then it was like, pink should be for girls. That looks more feminine. Let's switch it off.
Well, how can Black gay men start to release these negative heteronormative shots?
I think Black queer men can start releasing these negative heteronormatives just by being yourself. Be yourself. Like, be yourself. Nope. Don't do my bell. Don't do my bell.
Where's my no button?
But anyway, you just said it. You said nope. My thing is just be yourself and just stop trying to fit into society. Like, well, not fit in society, but societal norms. Like, I feel like we want to fit into societal norms so bad that we just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be masculine.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna be fit.
You want people to be themselves, but like, how do they even know who themselves is if they've never been allowed
Sit with yourself
to express themselves?
Now let's come in. Let's come in with the people. Come on. Sit with yourself. Have an introspection. For those who don't know what an introspection is, I got a psychology degree. For those who don't know what an introspection is, it's really when when you sit with yourself and talk to you sit and ponder your thoughts.
You can journal too.
Yes, it helps. It helps doing these things.
Pen to paper.
And when you do that, you find out who you are. A lot of people did it during the pandemic, but not enough. They didn't really sit and be like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not happy?
Why is it gotta be what's wrong with me? Like, why can't we start with what do I like about myself? Like, what attributes do I want to keep? Like, what do I already like? But you gotta get to the core
issue.
Well, then you don't always have to start with the ugly stuff.
You don't have to start with it, but eventually you have to get to that question. What is my issue? Like, I did that. Like, that's my personal testimony. I had to sit during the pandemic. I was just like, why am I always unhappy? I was always an unhappy individual, and I was always pushing that out to people. I was always mean, and people were always like, Ryan, you're so mean. And I was like, am I mean? And I had to sit with myself. And we was on quarantine, and I was like, why am I so mean? Why am I unhappy? And I was unhappy because I was being mean, and I was also it was so many different things from my past that I just was reflecting on other people and projecting.
She's a jaded queen.
I was projecting. And the thing is, I am a Gemini, and I still have my little switch sometimes, but for the most part, I am a loving individual. Like, if you really get to know me, I love so deeply, and I'm just open to all of that. So don't do that. That's just me, and that's just how I am. So just sit with yourself and find out who you are. And when you find out who you are, you will feel so much better, and you can live in your authenticity. Because when you finally be authentic to who you are, can't nobody tell you shit. Okay? Because once you're authentic, you be like, look, I know who I am. I know what I do. Because I was never this. Like, I was a little bit, but I never lived in it. Like, I never accepted it.
At the club.
I never accepted it. I cannot. I never fully been like, you know what? I have a lot of feminine energy. I am feminine. I am primarily, this is just me, and I live for it. And this is like me. Like, I live. Like, I do that. Nails, all that. When I had my nails done, I need to get my nails done. But yeah, it's just like, it's all of that. But anyway,
I can't. We are live.
Anyways, what do you think? What things you think they need to release?
I would say releasing judgment. I would say that, like, the next time you see, like, because we all do it, right? Like, we all will see somebody doing something that maybe we don't like or necessarily don't have the courage to do, and we'll be like, oh, look at that bitch. Like, she has on booty shorts and a crop top in the middle of winter and some fishnets. Why is she wearing that? Oh my God. Like, that's okay. They're definitely about them. Like, really, like Ryan said, kind of sit with that and really reflect, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you trying to tear this person down? Like, why are you so invested just right off the rip? You don't even know them, but just off of seeing them for the first time. Like, why are you judging this person so harshly based on their outer appearance?
Exactly. And just because someone is gay don't mean they're bottom. Like, we got to kill that, bro.
That's the other thing, too. Maybe sometimes they just got nice legs and they want to show their nice legs, okay? Because they work hard on them.
Yes. Let's accept our feminine tops. Let's accept our masculine bottoms. Let's accept all of the in-between. Let's accept the duality of us as Black queer men.
Let's please accept the duality.
Okay? Because the longer we don't, it's going to be like it's giving straight agenda. And we don't got time for that because we giving them all the heteronormatives and we making them feed into all of the things that they think is, gay. They think, okay, yeah, there's a man and there's a woman in every relationship. No, it's not. We both men. We both have dicks, unless chosen otherwise. But we both have dicks.
Because don't forget about our trans brothers.
Exactly. And that's that. That's why I said chosen otherwise. You got to choose your words. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, what advice would we give a Black queer man who is struggling with his sexuality and progression in today's Black queer world?
Surround yourself with people who are like-minded. That's it.
I agree.
Like, and until they're, until you outgrow those mindsets, like, really, and then also try to find like a support group like BQT, okay, that maybe have some like older, or maybe like more mature, or maybe just farther along on their queer journey, their Black queer journey, to kind of like help you figure it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that definitely helped me along the way, outside of just playing the field. You know, I think that was another one that really helped me, like finding a source and a sense of community, and just seeing the different varieties of queer and Black queer specifically. Let me know how many options I had to express myself, and it was okay to express myself however I felt on any given day.
I agree. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Stay away from ignorance. Because, like, look, don't react to it. Don't react to it. Unless somebody is physically harming you, don't react to the shit. Like, don't be like, if somebody's sitting here like faggot or da-da-da-da, because I hate that word. But, like, look, walk away. Until somebody put their hands on you, don't worry about it. But I'm just like, brush it off. Keep away from the ignorance. Keep away from the non-progressiveness, because there's a lot of non-progressive people out there. And it's just like, you just, whatever.
And I would say back away, because I was taught to never turn your back on a coward. And 9 times out of 10, these people who are yelling obscenities at you are cowards. And if you ignore them, some people get more offended and will want to run up. So just make sure that, you know, you back away.
Yeah.
Until you are clearly out of sight.
Or keep that thing on you. Keep that thing on
okay,
you.
because
I'm
definitely jealous in here. Okay.
Keep that thing on you. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, you know, you can follow me at Healthy Him. You know, we doing a lot of different things nowadays. We got the Healthy Him checklist coming, you know, and then you can follow him at
what's my tag?
thenetworks.apla.
Period.
I was about to say, you gonna say it? Okay, but yeah, you can follow him at thenetworks.apla or me at Healthy Him. We are doing great things here at OutHere/APLA/ all of the above. And yes, it's going across the screen. You see it flying. You see it. But yeah, with that, you know, we offer HIV and STI testing. You know what we do here. You know why we here. You
bring your friends.
We is Black and queer. You know, yes, bring your friends to Hip Hop on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Bring your friends to BQT. Let's talk about things. Like the next one is gonna be really good too. Like it's good every week, but it's really gonna be really good. And we be feeding y'all. We feed y'all. We just had Popeyes. Like, come on.
Okay, look, I'm about to have some after we.
And it was good. Like we had Popeyes. We was talking, and the people was there teaching us how to, you know, vlog and all that. And I was like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? So come talk to us. Come build friendships. We have platonic friendships we build, and we do all of the above. Like, you know, it's your prerogative if you want to do romantic situation. That's do that outside. But we try to form platonic friendships in this building. Let's start there. But yeah, that's that. Because we don't have that anyway. We don't have a place where we can just come and talk and just talk about all the things and be open.
And for me, that means I'm not kissing you in the mouth. Maybe Ryan might, but I'm not.
Look, in society today, no, because it's so many boundaries and views of that. But I said I'm an old soul. If I was back in the times back then with them, I probably would, and I wouldn't care. And that's just that. But other than that, you know where to find us. It's your fave duo signing out, saying bye.
Bye.